Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, today I thought I'll talk about the Chinese stocks. Now, you would know that over the past few months, the Chinese government has been, being pretty harsh on some of the tech companies, and which has actually, helped some of the foreign companies to retreat and leave China. The first company that got hit was Alibaba. That was last year around October, November. And then post that, there have been a flurry of tech companies who've been facing problem, ByteDance, Tencent, and all of that. But at the same time, there are some stocks which some companies which have been doing well, especially around the automobile industry and also tech. So I want to talk about the top 5 stocks today, continuing with my last two videos on top globally, traded top tech stocks and top ESG stocks. So today I'm going to talk about the top 5 Chinese stocks that you could possibly invest in today. So, or even keep a watch on, so that in the future, if you are comfortable, if the numbers are right, you could go ahead and invest in those stocks. So let's talk about those Chinese stocks today. Before we jump in, as usual, please like my videos, please subscribe to my channel, please smash that notification bell so that every time I upload a new video. Please comment on my videos so that I know what exactly you're looking at, and I then can craft out a video based on your requirement. Please also share my videos with people who you think would benefit from my research, from my insights, and from my videos. So without further ado, let's dive in. So as you know, before I start, I talk about my ebook. Now, my ebook is on my journey as an entrepreneur. It's titled 6-Figure Corporate Job to Master Entrepreneur. In this ebook, I've spoken about the time back in 2010 when I quit my 6-figure globetrotting corporate job. It talks about my preparation before I jumped in, the challenges I faced, and how I overcame those challenges. Now, I'm quite sure a lot of you are looking to becoming an entrepreneur, and especially those who are working in full-time day jobs. Now, with them in mind, I put down 3 worksheets in this ebook, which would help you to gauge your mindset or your preparedness before you jump into the world of entrepreneurship. So, you should answer certain questions, get points, and towards the end, you will see how much you scored and where you stand. The cool thing is I scored myself based on my mindset back in 2010, and you would know how much I scored eventually. And you would also know how successful I am today as an entrepreneur with 2 companies, one in Singapore, the other one in India, and representations in the US markets. So the coolest thing about this ebook is that it's available to you free of charge. It's available on my website. The URL is flashing on the screen. I'll put the URL in the description box below. Click on it, go to the page, put down your name and email address, and the link to download the ebook will be emailed to your inbox. I hope you like the ebook. You'll give me an honest feedback. Let's talk about the Chinese stock. Number 1 stock, which is Li Auto, very famous, which is into electric vehicles. So that's the chart which I took yesterday when I was preparing this presentation. While still losing money, Li Auto has seen huge sales growth from its one current model and the Li 1 SUV. The Li 1 is actually a hybrid with a small gasoline engine to extend its range. The automaker on October 1st reported September deliveries of 7,094 Li 1 SUVs, up 102.5 versus a year earlier. 102.5%. But that's down from July and August. Still, Q3 deliveries total 25,000 plus, above the lowest or the lowered forecast due to the chip shortages. So obviously, this particular stock has been doing well. So they had a huge run from its July 2020 IPO, and this is currently traded on NASDAQ. So it has the stock has actually gone up. So this particular stock is a good stock to buy. The second stock is also in electric vehicles. So Nio Inc. You would have also heard about this company. Nio is the most established of the Chinese electronic vehicle startups. Nio has 3 electric vehicles, but not electric vehicles. Nio has 3 electric vehicles: the ESS, and the crossover ES8, the ES6, and the EC6. It plans to release a high-end EV sedan, the ET7, in 2022. The company is not yet profitable, but revenue growth is still strong. Revenue soared 529% in Q1 of this year versus a year earlier, when China was at the height of its COVID crisis. However, Nio delivery stalled in Q2 versus Q1 amid chip shortages. So, similar to Li Auto, Nio Inc. also faced chip shortage problem. There is an issue with chips in China. As semiconductors, a lot of companies have gone bust. There have been issues both with COVID as well as with fraud in those companies. So Nio regained its title as the highest producing Chinese EV startup, at least for September. So it has got great projections and in the future, for the future. So the deliveries are going to go up by 126%. So it's again another great stock to purchase. So keep a watch on this stock as well. The third one is also an automobile company, BYD. They produce trucks and buses. So BYD reported its first half profit fell 29% to 1.17 billion yuan, which is $180 million due to the increasing material costs on October 15 filing, which was just a few days ago. Revenue leapt 54% to 89.1 billion yuan, which is $13.77 billion. BYD sold 54,851 all-electric cars in Q2, not far below Tesla. Tesla 61,745. The China EV makers sold 99, almost 100,000 new energy vehicles, which also included hybrids and commercial vehicles. So in July, BYD sold 50,000 plus new energy vehicles, up 171% versus a year earlier. EV sales had total 24,996, up 100% in August. So all good news for BYD. It's again another automobile company, another electric vehicle company which produces trucks and buses primarily, hybrid models, so commercial vehicles. So that's a stock that you can watch out for and eventually see where it goes, and you can purchase the stock. The third is, of course, SOHU stock. Now, SOHU stock peaked in 2011 and steady fell until March of 2020, when it rallied significantly for several months. Shares have been consolidating for about a year. On July 13, SOHU stock spiked higher, clearing an early entry of base within a base and nearly hitting a 52-week high. So after losing for several years, SOHU is profitable once again, with revenue growth picking up. On August 9, SOHU reported a better than expected per share profit, with revenue up 27.5% to $204 million. So that's yet another stock that you could look at. This is the fourth stock which you could look at, and it's growing. The last stock that I'm going to talk about is Weibo. Now, Weibo is a lot of you are familiar with Weibo. After a tough 2020 due to the pandemic, growth is soaring back. Weibo earnings rose 90% the latest quarter, with Revenue up 42%, both accelerating for the past 2 quarters. On July 7, shares briefly cleared a 63.65 cup base by point, but closed below that key level. Weibo had capped up on reports that it's mulling a go private move, but not confirmed yet. So Weibo shares retreated in August, plunging below the 40-day line, and then its 200-day line as China laid out new internet policy rules. So it does have great future, but you have to exercise certain amount of caution, because the Chinese government has, as I said, has been clamping down on the tech world. So that was a tech company. So keep an eye on this stock as well. See what the Chinese government is doing, and then decide whether you really want to invest. So as a summary, I would say the automobiles sector, especially the electric vehicles, are doing very well in China. And so you could look at those 3 companies that I've spoken: Li Auto, Nio Inc, and BYD, to go and invest in those stocks. Now, there is one caution that I would like you to be mindful of, is that if at all these companies which are listed in the US stock markets, because of the ongoing US-Chinese trouble, if the US government decides to pull them out of the US market, then you may have a problem. When President Trump was there early this year or last year, then this particular problem was far more on our faces. But with President Biden in, probably that may not happen. But you must be on guard on that point. Now, I had done a video on why the Chinese government has been cracking down, especially on cryptos. I did a video on that a few weeks ago. There are reasons behind why the government has been doing what it's been doing. I wanted you to get a sense on that as well, so that you know how the Chinese government thinks and works and operates. So I will put the link to that video on the card above. Go take a look at it. That'll give you some sense on their mind, how the government in China thinks. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening to me. As you know, my name is Saurav Mukherjee. I'm a digital technology marketing leader with over 20 years of global experience. I'll put on my LinkedIn URL in the description box below. Click on it, go to the page, put down and take a look at my profile. If you like my profile, please send me an invite. As you know, I regularly work with clients where I try and solve their business, marketing, technological, and investment challenges. If you're looking to engaging me as a consultant in your company, you could drop me a line on LinkedIn, or you could write to me on the contact page of my website. I'll put down the link to the contact page of my website in the description box below. Then we can engage in a conversation and see how we can work together. So, well, finally, before I go, please like my videos, please subscribe to my channel, please smash that notification bell, please comment on my videos, and please share my videos. So until next time, stay safe and stay healthy, and I shall see you soon. Bye-bye.